Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's presentation. We're Group 5. Our topic is Align Organizational Process with Mission. As we all know, there is usually existing a gap between what the mission of organization and what people in the organization believe or do, which leads to a hard issue to monitor the quality of service. To handle this, we need the audit process.
First, let us give you an overview of the article. The article mentioned to ensure success, organizations need to ensure that their organizational missions are aligned both internally and externally to the organization. However, most of the time, this is easier said than done. As a solution to such problems, the authors proposed using an auditing tool to ensure that the internal actions of the organizations are being effectively managed to achieve their missions. The author used the mission of service excellence to illustrate the logic and process of developing such an audit, as this aspect of the organization mission is often the most challenging to implement. Before going to details, let us first take a look at the mission alignment audit process.
Then let's move on to the mission alignment audit process. The first thing we need to do is define the outcome of mission in measurable terms, such as customer satisfaction score. The next step is identify key policy, procedures, and practice that cure employees' behaviors, such as job description and annual plans. The third thing to do is create an audit of whether or not the mission is included in each key policy, procedure, and practice. The first thing to do is conduct the audit. Then we have to fix and align any item is out of alignment. The final thing we have to do is compare the audit result against mission outcome measurement to affirm the value of alignment.
The audit items can be split into three different categories: strategic and tactical practices, staffing, policies, and process factors, and lastly, system procedures and design factors.
Okay, let me give you a brief introduction of strategical and tactical practice. First is department goals are aligned with customer service missions. They can be separated into two parts: service to customer, service to other departments. The second one is environmental settings. The company should not only consider how environmental settings would impact the customer experience, but also how that setting will impact their employees when plan their physical layout and design. Third one is service excellence stories are told. As people are easier to remember stories and teaching points rather than the literature works, so organizations should utilize this way to improve the quality of service in teaching progress. The first part is top management works the service mission talk. The leader should work as the example of the mission to encourage the employees to follow by and lead the way. If the leader don't take the service excellence seriously, no one will take it seriously. The next part is performance standards aligned with service mission. The performance standards are created to link everyone's effort to the goal of excellent service, which means every detail is measured with reward for high achievement and offer feedback to everyone as template. The final part is budget allocations are aligned with service mission. It requires organization to offer financial resources to train employees for excellent service and remain the service as important as financial goals.
An audit can identify breakdowns in the linkage between the mission of excellent customer service and the staff's commitment and ability to deliver that service. This brings us to the second category of staffing policies and processes. The first auditing tool being including responsibility for excellent customer service in every job description. Second, organizations should include their commitment to excellent customer service in all job advertisements. Third, during an interview, the HR manager should ask applicants about their customer service commitment. The applicant's commitment to excellent customer service should be one criteria that the HR manager must consider while deciding who to hire. Next, during the orientation program, it is important to routinely explain the organization's commitment to excellent customer service to all new employees and stress its importance. By including excellent customer service as part of every employee's annual performance evaluation, it's probably the best auditing tool to ensure that employees are on par with the organization's focus on customer service. The organization should also stress that poor customer service can lead to discipline practices. Lastly, management should routinely schedule time to remind employees of their commitment to service excellence in regular staff meetings and trainings. Whatever the mission is, it should be reflected in all the HR practices and procedures if the organization wants to secure alignment.
Okay, let's move on to the final part, system procedures and design factors. First one is feedback on service quality systematically provided to all employees. In this part, companies should offer data or situation to all employees to ensure more specific information will make it possible to gain more specific alignment with organizational missions. It allows each employee to see each specific terms and think whether he or she can impact the result. The second part is service quality systematically measured. In this part, company is required to effectively fix a problem that system identifies. This is not only a guarantee allows organization to successfully fix a failure, but it also alerts the entire organization to that failure. The final point is service delivery system design reflects service mission. Because of the complicated working world for organization, it's easy to decide or add something new to the system without noticing the impact that may have on the ability of organization or its employees to meet the expectation of customers. So collect the data of how long guests wait for service and other service experience would be very helpful in optimizing the delivery system.
All in all, the concept of aligning everything that the organization does with its missions seems simple enough, but in reality, it is surprisingly difficult to execute, especially in regards to customer service. The auditing tool helps the organization to identify what is missing in their customer service, and it helps them to close the gap between what is expected and what is actually happening. This would enable the organization to improve their customer service and in return gain customer loyalty. However, each organization should only use the methods provided as a starting point and add items that are unique to their organization and mission. Also, organizations should keep in mind that focusing on the mission need not conflict with flexibility and the ability to change.